Welcome back to Eagle Spire Gaming. There we go. I think we're live now. Now we're live. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Let's do this. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day as they're watching this video. And I am cleaning up my painting station because boy, howdy, did I ruin my painting station and possibly even the models that we're working on today. This is a bit too much down there. That is not how I wanted this to look. Not at all what I was looking for. Hey, Legio Mortis, how's it going? The first one in today. Ooh, I might have even... Oh, man. So I was up late last night, ruining everything to include my table, it would seem. This is not enough paper down for what I am attempting to do. Oh, come on. No, that's not good. Yeah, so I drowned my model. I drowned my models. It's a bunch of tiles that we're painting today, as we've been painting for the last couple of sessions, and you can see here little marks that this table is old. I ruined it long ago. I've just been further ruining it ever since. It's a great table. I have lots of good memories on this table. We used to play on this table. This was the table that was down in my basement, my parents' basement. And we would play Risk on it. We eventually would play Magic on it. Catan, maybe. Like a bunch of different games that we played on this thing. And then when I moved out of the house, my parents gave it to me and was like, here, or my mom specifically, and was like, here. And it became my painting table. And I ruined it right away down here, just dry brushing away, not thinking about it. What a great game. Need to get my kids into that. Still working on your Legion board too. All right. Does your Legion board look like this? Because I tried to wash it and I had a good plan. I had a plan. The problem is trying to wash something this big. Honestly, these sections were a lot easier. They were fine for the most part. But trying to wash something like this, it's just flat for a lot of it, and it runs, and it doesn't really want to go where you want it to go. Like, it was very streaky and stuff. So what I ended up doing was I added more water to it to try to smooth things out. And yeah, sponging. See, I didn't do sponging. I do have sponges. I have sponges. I'm ready to use sponges on this for part of the dry brushing, for part of the next phase, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I don't know if I'm at that part. I think what I do is I try to bring this down a little bit by dry brushing the original color back onto it, just a bit, which will be a lot of work. Yeah, it's very flat for washes, and it doesn't, and it's so large that it doesn't give you, like, as I was trying to do it, it just would kind of go everywhere. And these things are a nightmare because these are really large. But so I ended up with a bunch of stuff here off to the sides, the center, and then and this ended up being what I was trying to go for, right? Like, have these patterns and stuff, have it not patterns, but have it where like some parts aren't, and it kind of looks like, well, it rained a bit and that washes some dirt around and it doesn't move everywhere, and so I don't know, it kind of works. And when I put a building on it, it's going to look different because it's going to have a building on it. But let's see what we got. I don't want to use a building that's in use. All my buildings are in use right now because I've got all my buildings are on the board right now with a bunch of infantry cowering in them and stuff. But okay, so I put this here, put that there, and now it looks like, runoff from the building, I guess. I mean, it kind of works, yeah. I think it'll look fine. Terrain will make it look different. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to demonstrate before you beat me to it. I'm going to not have that there because that's going to be in the splash zone. Let's set that behind me right there like that. So I think I have sponges. I'm prepared to sponge some stuff onto it. But I think before I do that, I think I need to do this still. I think I still need a dry brush. So we're gonna go into dry brushing. And you know what? Give me 1 second here. There's all the paint, all the water that's left from where I was trying to put more water onto it to move that wash around a bit. So give me 1 second here. All right, there's a few people in the chat right now that I see. There's a few people watching. Say, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you guys. Let me know. Let me know who's in here. Let me know what you guys are up to. What you guys are doing. And I think that's gonna. I'm not gonna use that brush. I'm gonna use this one. This one's better for this, I think. And I don't think I'm gonna use too much water. I think I'm just gonna. Let's start with this one. Let's ruin this one first, and then we'll go from there. And man, it's a bit ruined. It's a bit ruined, guys. But don't worry. I find that painting something like this, painting anything really, I am not about the journey. The journey sucks. The journey is awful. The journey has it looking like this. The destination, that's the goal here. As long as it looks good at the end, I don't care how it looked getting there. It's going to look bad. Like this area here is nice too. And I think this will get fixed up a bit with some dry brushing. It'll be fine. It'll be good. As soon as I asked those people who they were that were sitting in here, they bounced. Oh, no. This guy wants to know what we're painting? Absolutely not. All right. So we're just gonna do this, and this is gonna. And we don't want it to be just perfectly straight. We want it to be kind of everywhere. But yeah, that kind of, that kind of tones it down a bit, quite a bit. I think circulars. I think I want circular. All right, that doesn't really fix the darker spot of it, but that does kind of fix it up a bit. So just sponging will probably help with that too. That looks fine, right? Mortis, what do you think? You really can't. I really can't get the camera to show it how it looks in person. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. From a distance, it just needs to be good from a distance anyway. It's gonna be 3 feet away. It's gonna be fine. Anyway, let's see how it works down here. We've started the next game. We've started the next game for the next battle report, and that is going well. That is going well for me, I think. Crayola is slowly advancing in on my position with a lot of stuff, but I have a benefit. I have a strength that I don't think I've discussed yet in this game. That I don't have to move to get to her, so I get a lot more first fire than she does, and that does help. Let's see. Let's pull this down real quick. See if I can get you a good angle on that. See what you think. So that's kind of how it's looking. Yeah, It doesn't look too bad. All right, hope that doesn't fall. Maybe I can. No. All right. I think that's just gonna look like that then, yeah. And we're gonna skip that commercial, so not free advertisement for these people. So let's see. Let's just keep rotating it. See how we do. And then the sponging will also kind of matter. It's hard. It's hard with all these tiles. There's so many tiles. I did them all at the same time, thinking, oh, this way everything will be uniform because it'll all be at once. And I realize now that I don't like when I do a whole bunch of stuff at the same time because it makes whatever step you're on at the time take forever. And I don't know that these are actually going to look uniform because of how big they are. I don't think they're going to be uniform just because I did them at the same time. I think it'll look fun. I think it looks fine. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how it looks. I might as well be blind here. It'll probably look much more fine once I get to the end of them all, and then they won't look so bad. They're so smooth, though. Except for that spot. I don't know why some spots are... How are your tiles looking? I wonder if I should have... I really should have watered it down more. I think if I had more of them looking like this, it would have been fine. This process works a lot better when you're doing the bases of the models as opposed to when you're doing a foot by foot square of them. I don't know. Maybe you guys will learn from this mistake. That doesn't look so bad. It doesn't work the way. I want these to look uniform, but I don't want them to look the same, if that makes sense. I want them to have like their own individual personality, but at the same time, I want them to be evident that it's the same thing that I just put way too much paint down on right there. But what I can do is I can darken that with a little bit of something to make, and maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe another coat, just a little bit, just significantly less, strong, significantly more watered down, and that probably smooth everything out the way I want it to be. See, this is how I wanted them to look, just like this. And then the sponging. I don't remember the last time I've done sponging. I know I've done sponging though. I was about to say, I don't think I've done sponging before. No, I know I've done it. I know I've sponged. Part of me wants to keep doing these. In order. I've never had a sponge specifically for sponging though. Now I have a sponge specifically for sponging. In the past, I was using bits of foam and doing that. But just picking up pieces of foam and using that as a sponge, which is fine. But this brush is holding off a lot stronger than the other brush I had. This Army Painter brush is getting a lot more use than the Citadel brush. The Citadel brush fell apart on me way too quickly. So, I guess I have more on there. I don't think I will ever paint another set of tiles like this again. This is probably the last time. Once I finish these, I don't think I'm gonna buy anymore, is what I'm saying. And I can't see why I would, right? Like, if they make some more tiles that have something different to them, maybe. But like, I don't need. If they make tiles that are completely different and not compatible with this for some other game that I'm playing in the future, remind me not to get tiles for that game, right? If 20 years from now I'm playing some game called the Dr. Pepper Wars, and it's, I don't know, 14 millimeter scale, so I need new roads for it. No. You stop me, okay? Don't let me do it. That is not what I wanted, but that's fine. I mean it too. I don't want to be making any more tiles like this. It's so much stuff. I'll use mats. I'll use mats at that point. I'm done with them. because I've now finished 2 of these, and I have so many of them. I think it's 18. I think there's 22 tiles. I think I have 22 tiles total. And I had a thought. That I could get more. If I cut these tiles in half diagonally, if I took a pack of tiles and I cut them in half diagonally, I'd have 12 diagonals. And what you could do is you could take this and you put this up against the side of your table, and then you have the rest of your tiles, your regular size tiles, you have them fitting to the size of these. And now, instead of all the roads being up and down, left and right on your table, you could play the game where your tiles, and you could even make it where you've got a section in the middle doing this. You could make it where this would connect here and split off in a V, right? Like making a Y intersection. And you could, this is actually a really good idea. Damn my brilliance. But you could, instead of all of your games being this up and down, the roads going up and down, you could have a game where the roads are off center now from your deployment zones. That makes sense? You guys, that made sense, right? I said that in a way that made sense? Yeah. Okay, so maybe I get one more pack? But the problem is, if you did, you wouldn't be, you would have 12 of them. And you would need, if the table was 4 by 4, but the table is going to be 5 by 4 for most games. So you would need 5, 10, 14. I think you would need 18 tiles like that, but you would have 12 from doing that to one pack. So you'd have to do it to a pack and a half. Pack and a half would get you 16. You need. Yeah, so you got to do it to 2 packs, and then you've got, that just means that I should have done it from the get-go. Disclaimer: these tiles are expensive and not necessary. But if you are going to say, right, like models are more important than the tiles, right? But if you're gonna get them, you could do that. And what you do is, I have 3 packs. But instead of doing 3 packs, what I should have done is, instead of doing 3 packs and doing them normally, what I could have done was 4 packs with 2 of them being sawed. Get a table saw them in half diagonally, and that way, come on, I want to do all of the, there we go. I'm going to do all of them like this. You saw them all in half diagonally, or you saw 2 packs in half diagonally, and then you've got a little bit more table than you need, but you can then, when you need to, or when you want to, you can separate them. You can have them, you can put those diagonals on the sides, and you can do them that way. Or you can even, in the middle of the board or partway through the board, you can have it switch up. You can have the middle, if you're here and your opponent's here, you can have the first 2 parts of the board be normal streets like this, and then halfway through they all kind of cut diagonally and become, like a bishop, like a bishop's movement. So the roads could do that, and then they come, that's right. Yeah, because you would just put a row like that. You just put a row diagonally, and then have everything in the middle be normal, and diagonal again on the sides to make it into a box. And then you would have the inside of that section go back to normal roads, normal tiles, but they'd be placed like this instead of normal way. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. damn myself for coming up with this so late. I have to remember to write this down, how I painted this, in case I ever need to fix something. This will look like garbage up until it's done. It'll look much better once it's finished. And then I need to do the roads are still not done. The roads are going to be darker. Hey, David, how's it going? Lurking in the background as usual. Bit late, yeah. Yeah. Well, we appreciate having you. I've just been here. I'll re-explain my idea. Well, first of all, let me tell you, you got to hold me to this. I don't want to ever do these tiles again. I've done these tiles for 40K scale, and I'm now doing them for Legion scale. If at some point in the future they come out with some new game that is in a different scale, and that's what everyone switches to for whatever reason, so I'm playing that game, and that game says, hey, we got tiles that are different because the roads are different because it's not yet. Don't let me do that. Don't let me buy those. Don't let me start doing new tiles for a different scale game. I'm done. I've got too many tiles. I've got too much tiles for everything. So Dr. Pepper comes up with a 40K is 28 millimeter scale and Legions is 8 millimeter scale. If Dr. Pepper, the war game, comes out and they've got a 16 millimeter scale game, and they're like, here's tiles that you can play it on. Don't do it. Okay? You stop me. And then the very next thing I started to think of was, if you sawed these in half diagonally, you could create your entire board. Right now, if you play with these, one way or another, the table is going to be, all the streets are going to go north, south, east, west, right? None of them are running diagonally across the field. Yeah? But if you cut some of them in half diagonally, you could create a table that had the streets running across the board diagonally. And if you do that, you could actually have, you wouldn't even have to have all of your table diagonally. You could have part of your table diagonal, and you could have some real variance on your table if you were to do it that way. That is not how I want that to look at all. I was at the beach the other day. I was at the beach yesterday, actually, and the street had this part where it said tank Xing, right? Tank crossing. And I was like, oh, I should put some of those on my table, on my board. That'd be cool. A little tank Xing. You want to come say hi?
Hello.
Grail, everyone. She's camera shy.
I'm gonna get my book.
Okay.
Or I can do it.
Relax. The kids aren't home.
I know. Hello.
Whew. So I think the new Titans are on pre-order now. I think they went up on pre-order this last week. So those are now available to be pre-ordered. And then I think that means you can get them next week or maybe the week after. I'm not sure. I don't remember how that schedule works for them. And then we're back to the standard grind of not getting anything for a while. But then next week and then the week after, that puts us in August. Then we're in August. So then it's only 4 months till winter. 4 months till winter / Christmas, and that's when we'll likely see something new for us again. You know, they gave us Saturnine last winter. Maybe they'll give us something new this winter. But we don't have Saturnine to release anymore. And the thing is, last time when they gave us Saturnine was like this big, like, hey, here's videos on these new terms. Here's this new video for the Horse Heresy that shows this thing happening and a big battle. And then you get Saturnine for Horse Heresy. And then much later on, you know, after that came out, then we get Saturnine for Legions. We don't... What they showed us for Saturnine, we don't really have an equivalent. Toby, how's it going, Toby? We don't really have an equivalent for that. There hasn't been this big release for Horse Heresy, so we don't have that we don't have like the equivalent. I think the newest things that they've been getting has been Skitarii. Getting more rain. I think we're getting more. We're getting more Skitarii, and then they got the Breachers, and I think they had Terminators too, and like that's what the new stuff. And I think they got something for Solar was recent, so that's what Big Heresy got recently. So we don't have. I don't know, like none of that's like huge new thing. Like Saturnine are completely different from everything else. Terminators with combi weapons, not really the same thing. Not really as innovative as Saturnine. Yes, it's new. It's just weapons, you know. It's just weapons. So I'm wondering what we're gonna get. Maybe we get those things. I'm thinking we get that stuff. How you doing, Toby? What's up? What are you working on today? I might have ruined my panels, my tiles, with the wash that I did on them, because it looks like this or some degree. And here's the next one. It looks like this everywhere, right? And it kind of looks like somebody spilled coffee all over it. This one kind of looks like, this bit here kind of looks like a mouth, and like eyes could go in there. Like it kind of looks demonic and stuff. So my plan is to kind of dry brush this stuff onto it, kind of, I don't know, make it look different, and then I'm gonna sponge on some more colors. Like I'm sure it'll look fine in the end, but like I was saying this earlier, the the destination's the goal. As long as it looks good there, then we're fine. It's just getting to the destination is often, for me, not so good. Me and Crayola are working on the next battle report. Maybe done by Thursday. I mean, the plan is definitely to have it done by Thursday. But it's a big battle. It's a big battle. That's the problem with me doing these big battles like that. They end up taking big turns. Long turns. How long did we play this morning? What do you think? 11? Did we start at 11 or did we start? I think it took us like 2-3 hours. It was definitely 2 hours. It might have been 3 hours. And we're partway through the first turn. So. But it's fun. You got a little sneaky charge on me that I wasn't expecting. I might have turned that around on you. I might have made the most of it. We'll see. Can you try typhus corrosion? Yeah, I can try typhus corrosion. Do I have typhus corrosion? I might need to get some typhus corrosion. That, are you saying like use that on the whole base? I don't know if I want to. I might use it on the. I might use it on the sewers. I got one more 4-way intersection. And then I'll go to the demon tile. I really wanted it to look more in here. I wanted this section, like how this looks. That's kind of how I wanted it to look. This, if all of them look like that, that'd be fine. That'd be great. In some areas, a bit too much. A bit too much there. Anyway, if you're new here, we're painting these tiles. I've been painting these tiles for a while now. Just trying to get my table ready. Trying to get my table a bit more professional and have all the stuff finished on it. My big focus for the last few years has been to have the models. And now, while I still do want to have the models finished, I also do want to get towards those buildings. And really, the reason I'm not painting models right now is all of my models aren't primed, and I've got a bunch of these that are primed, and the weather will not let me prime anything because it is currently thunderstorming outside. But when it's not humid, it's hot. And in my experience, and I could be wrong here, I need it to be not humid and not hot for best priming results. So we are going to work on these for, thankfully, these take a while to do. If these were quick, like tanks, I would have finished them by now, and we'd still not have good weather. Somebody asked me, why am I going to be painting these for so long? And I said, well, I might not be painting them for so long, but I'm going to paint them. I'm going to paint them till they're done. But then after I finish painting them, I might have to just like spend many, many weeks or days at least building. Finished your battle report. It was really cool. Yeah, you can thin it with water and then brush it with Xandri dust, and you just have to. That's what I did. Well, but not. I did it with a different color though. Yeah. I'm at the part where I'm doing that. Roy, you haven't missed too much. Oh wow, it's already been 40 minutes. Okay, so here's what you missed. I'll give a quick recap for anyone that hasn't. And first, let me kill this. I don't want that to how do I do that? I don't want that ad for a college playing on my thing. So, oh man, they're not gonna let me skip it. One day I'm gonna have to just go ahead and one day I'm gonna have to pay YouTube to not have ads, so I can not have this while I'm trying to film with a little bit of music in the background. So, so here's what you missed. Here's what you missed. I may have ruined all of these tiles. I, the, the journey is garbage when I paint. We are learning that. You all are learning that. I'm being reminded of it. It's just constant, right? I gave these a wash. The wash didn't really want to move the way I wanted it to, so I watered it down, which caused it to move in a different way that I didn't want it to, but at least it didn't have the streaky, the brush strokes visible to it. So that's work. It'll work out. It'll buff, and that's what I'm working on now. Is I'm buffing it. I have joked a couple of times that I don't if for I want under no circumstances to get new tiles. I don't want to get tiles for some other system and be like if Dr. Pepper Wars comes out and they are a 13 millimeter game and they're like, yeah, we get new roads that are slightly smaller or slightly larger, I guess. Don't let me buy more tiles. I'm done with tiles. These are the tiles. This is it. I might get more tile if they come out with more tiles that fits for this. I might get those just because they fit with this, and I already did them all. But I don't want to do a whole table's worth anymore. This is so much work for these tiles. Then I pointed out that, and this is tile 6 of 22. So we're cruising through. We're making progress. Then I had an idea. If you took some tiles and you sawed them in half diagonally, you could create a lot of variance on your table. Don't forget, guys, please hit that thumbs up if you're enjoying this video. And if you're watching it, you're probably enjoying it. So everyone should go ahead and hit that thumbs up. If you aren't enjoying it, by all means, it doesn't get better. I'm funny. I get funnier maybe. I don't know, but I need conversation to get funny. I can't just start telling jokes. So yeah, see, one guy left. He figured it out that he wasn't going to enjoy this. But yeah, if you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up. If you're not enjoying it, bye. I appreciate you watching if you don't, even if you don't enjoy it, but don't make me be the cause of your suffering and pain. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so if you cut these in half diagonally, you could have. Imagine, look at the screen, right? I'm here. I'm here. You're here. The street goes from me to you, or it cuts in between you and me. And if we turn the tile, it still goes from me to you, or cuts in between us, right? And some tiles don't have the road there, or so we can have some variance there. But if you cut the tile in half diagonally, you'd be able to put it here, right? And then you'd have your full square there and your full square there. And now the road doesn't go from me to you; it goes towards you, but to the side, towards you to the side, right? And we could have a whole new table layout by doing that. We can have the entire table could be these diagonal roads cutting across the battlefield, or some of the table. We can have parts of the table where it's north to south, and parts of the table where it's northeast to southwest. We could do a lot of different variants with that if you sawed this in half diagonally with a table saw. So yeah, that's pretty much what you missed, right? Crayola said hi. Say hi, Crayola.
Hello.
She laughed at my joke there where I said that I can be funny. I'm on vacation right now. Toby, welcome back. Yeah, it's Toby, right? I feel like I remember you telling me that your name's Toby, even though the letters are T-O-T-O-T-O. I feel like I didn't imagine that, did I? I do imagine things. I have one of those vivid imaginations. Okay, cool. I have one of those vivid imaginations where I can, um, where I create conversations in my head that never happened, and then I'm like, so. Oh, we talked very briefly about the battle. Oh, which yeah, Toby was saying that he thought it was really cool battle. That's all you said about it, and then you were talking about the washing paint. Um, Yeah, I think I'm gonna wash it with. I think I need to give it a little bit more of a wash, but maybe I don't. I might leave it like this. We'll see. I'm gonna sponge on some more colors to this. Right now, I'm just trying to kind of have the. I don't want the. I don't want the splotchy coffee stain look to be completely everywhere. So I want to. I want to dial that down a bit, and I think this is working. It's kind of not. It's kind of not working, but maybe I don't know. It over here looks good. Over here, not so much. But maybe when I sponge some stuff on there, maybe it'll look better. I don't know. We'll see. And remember, these tiles are like 3 feet away and stuff. And I think once I put buildings are going to be on them, and that'll completely change things. And then this one's absolutely trashed. Um, and I can cover some of this up with like I might use the typhus corrosion to do that actually. I'll make like burn marks and stuff, right? Blast mark, make it look like something exploded there or something, you know? Like there's some stuff that we can do to this to make them to clean them up a bit and make them look a little bit better. So I think we'll be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. It's so much paint there that it's actually raised up a little bit. These spots are bigger. These spots are much bigger. And I'm in the middle of a thunderstorm. It's actually been really stormy here lately. Really stormy and really hot, and then like thunderstorm. Uh, that has been the weather the last few days. We tried going to the beach. We went to the beach yesterday, and I found a whole bunch of fossilized clams. Not the clam shells that you find. Like no kidding. That is a clam. That is a fossilized clam. That is a stone. That is a clam that became rock. The entire thing. Isn't that cool? People go to the beach and they look for shark shells. Or shark teeth. Yeah, shark shells. You never look for shark shells? Crayolas. You never look for shark shells, guys. I've been walking by these all the time. This is so much cool. I eat clams. I love clams. They're like one of my like top 3-4 foods, right? I have 4 foods that are my favorite. Okay. Steak, a good steak. A bad steak isn't on there. Clams, always. Lobsters and crabs. And once upon a time, lobsters were like garbage food that they fed prisoners. So if I ever get a time machine, I'm going to go back in time and I'm going to chill out in the prison and I'm going to eat their food. Yeah, so I don't eat shark ever. So finding shark teeth I used to love finding shark teeth. But finding whole clams, not like the half shell or anything. I want the whole shell. So that's pretty cool. For me. Maybe not for you. I think it looks awesome. Mind you, you are a Jackson Pollock fan. What does that mean? I gotta look this up now. Who is Jackson? Oh, okay, it's Painter. That should have made sense. That's cool. I like that. Okay, yeah, not something that you would necessarily want your street to look like, but yeah, no, that's cool. There was a I like it. I like it. It's very is abstract. So, ooh, I like this black and white one that he's got. Um, abstract is the word. That's not abstract, is it? Anyway, there was this. I was in art. I was in art a lot in high school, and so you think I'd be better at it. Um, there was a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
I'm reading. I'm reading.
Uh, no, so I was in art a lot, and I don't like how that looks. But my art teacher, one year we painted the stools. So art class, you got the stools. Everyone's got these round stools that they sit on, and the teacher was like, "Hey, I got a great idea for the the big project or whatever. We're going to take these stools. You're going to take the tops off of them, and you're going to paint them. You're going to paint your own stool, and you're going to and then we'll coat it in enamel and everything, and it'll be you'll have it forever. You won't have it forever. The school will have it forever." And the teacher came up to me. You're going to take an artist. You're not going to just paint it. You're going to take an artist and you're going to recreate. You're going to do a version of their work or whatever. And teacher came up to me and was like, "Hey, Graham, you would love this one guy, this one artist who painted targets." And I can look it up and figure out who he is. I have no idea who he is though. But he just paints targets. And it's not like, oh, here's the I end up going with yellow and blue, right? Here's a yellow line and a blue section and a yellow, it's not these perfect things. He makes them look aged. So I used different things. I had to give it texture, right? I had to give it some life. And you talking about Jackson Pollock just reminded me of him. Not the same guy though. I'll have to look it up and figure out who he is. Yeah, I don't think the journey for me is not a fun one. It's the destination. I do like how I don't know if you can see it. If you look in the right spots, because of the water, you can't see it, but it's kind of got these tendrils. It kind of looks like lightning striking, but there's so much of it. It's like where the water kind of pushed it around and stuff. It kind of looks like streams and stuff. It looks really cool. It looks kind of cool. It looks like the water is moving the dirt around a bit. Yeah. Oh, I was about to say this one was done. I forgot that I had these two sides. Whew. So Toby, the thing about that big battle report is the battle we're filming right now is essentially the same battle report, but I now have less tanks and less warhounds, and all my infantry is in the back. I've also altered up a little bit how my infantry is divided, how they're staged. Um, I think in the first battle, I had two very large infantry units, and I had two very large infantry units, and then three small. sections of las rifles, and then 2 6-man Velataris, an 8-man and a 4-man Ogren section, and an 8-man and a 4-man Sentinel section. I'm looking down this way because Crayola's down there reading a book, and I'm looking at her like she's gonna join in on the conversation, but she's looking at me like I'm crazy for talking to her. Yeah, just like that. And this time, though, it is divided up a little bit differently because I had some survivors from the big unit in the main objective last game at the end of the game. So those guys obviously can't make a second big unit. So I've got one big unit, and then I've got one big unit of infantry, and then I've got 2 8-man units of infantry. And then I had 6 Ogren survive from the 8-man Ogren last game. So this time, the second unit of Ogren is just another unit of 6. The Velatari are back to being in units of 6. And the 2 units of infantry, the 2 8-man units of las rifles are now they have a commander in them, a tactical commander. Roy, what do you think of that? I'll give you a second to look. Again, I think it'll probably it'll all come together when I get the when I do the rest of the sponging, and then I'll probably give it like Toby was saying, I'll give it a little bit more of a second wash. You'd be doing desert bases for some cowboy cowboy orcs, like with the cowboy hats, or like do they also have the pants and stuff? Oh, thank you. Yeah, base sand color. It's kind of what I was going for too. The sandstone look. See, if they could all just look like this. If they all look like this, and I didn't have these bits, those bits kind of throw things off. That's too much water. Too much. I needed to dry it up or something. I needed to do whatever I did here. I needed to do there, and I don't know what I did differently. Oh yeah, full cowboy, awesome. You got anyway? You got to have an orc riding a missile. Although that might just be a regular orc, but like it's also kind of a cowboy. Yeah, damn, I'm mad at myself. If they all look like this, it'd be perfect. Went too hard up here. Maybe I just blame Crayola.
What?
Nothing. You've mounted an orc on a squig as a knob. Okay. Has a sheriff's badge on his hat. Nice. That sounds fun. Man, talking about orcs reminds me how cool I think it would be to have orcs in this game. Not even, well, yeah, in this game, but like at this scale. I think at this scale, orcs would be really fun to see all that stuff. How are orcs doing in 11th edition? I assume they're pretty good, considering they're they've gotten new stuff already and everything with the starter. My coffee stained table is coming along nicely. And you know, the battle reports, they're coming along nicely too. You know that, Crayola?
Yes.
No, you don't.
What?
You're not listening.
I heard you. The reports are coming along nicely.
Yeah, you think you're gonna win this time?
I mean,
You think you're gonna get the objective?
I do not.
Are you even going after the objectives?
Yes.
Yes. What's the objective?
To get that big building.
Yeah? Okay.
Huh. Okay. I'll be back.
I really like the way this brush looks, right? Like this is a few years old now. I like the black as opposed to the white. It looks more professional that way. Hold on a second. I gotta turn off the thing. I like the way that looks, and then there's this color coordinated bit at the end, which you know, isn't necessarily practical because I don't sit my brushes down like this ever. But it's got this, I don't know. When I have them all lined up on the, when I have them there, they're laying flat. It's nice. I would never need to grab that color coordination, but I don't know. I like it. It it pleases my mind to see it, right? Like to see this little guy there. I don't know, but the brush is just. These are both meant to do the same thing, right? Large dry brush, vehicle wargamer vehicle terrain brush, right? Like okay, so you're going to be doing the same stuff with them, right? And here okay, one's a little bigger than the other, but I don't know if you can see that, but like here, it's kind of it's kind of it's kind of like very damaged. Come on, focus. It's kind of very damaged and stuff. Like I don't know if you can see it, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. There's all these bristles there are have like come off. They don't go to the end anymore. And I don't know. Like it's just like this brush is the same thing's happening. I'm very aggressive with the brushes. I am ruining them. I am the reason they are being ruined. But like this one seems to be taking the abuse much better than the other one. If that makes sense, right? So, and I don't think they make them this way anymore. They don't make them. They're the new. I don't know if they still call them Citadel, but the new Warhammer brushes are like they're like this, where they're just white, and it's like, well, if I want a white brush, I'll just go get these guys. Like, now, Toby, I see you saying it's perfect. Was that to the brush? Was that about the brush, or is that about? Did I pre-order some of the new Titans or weapons? No, and I do want some. I don't know which I should get because I let's look at them real quick. Which brush is perfect? The white one or the black one? White one's, in case anybody was wondering, it's Army Painter. I don't know if you can read that, but oh, I was zoomed in hard. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a quick little look. The order. Oh, oh, they're not on pre-order anymore. Are they just for sale now? Is that what happened? Oh, maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Make some Titans. Teach you guys. So I mean, I kind of like, I want them all, right? But like, all right, I think the Warlord Titan with Quake Cannon and Conversion Beam Extrapator. I think it's a. I don't know how to pronounce that. I've been calling it an extrapolator, but it's probably Extrapator. Extrapator is probably how it's pronounced, right? Yeah, TRITIR. Extir. Extirpator. I don't know how to pronounce that. Um, it comes with. I didn't want that. I was thinking, oh, I don't really want that because the Morgan Quake Cannon's kind of rubbish. I don't really think it's very good. It's not good against Titans. Um, it's it's good if you want to make something move slower, but like I don't know how frequent that really is gonna pop up, and it's because it's a blast weapon, it might scatter off, and it's only one shot, and that's just kind of it's kind of just not that I don't. I don't really like it that much. As 1/3 of your guns that you're getting on this thing, it's a 600-point model. You're essentially paying 200 points for that gun. It looks cool. I just don't know that I want it. It also comes with the oh no, that's what it's compatible with. What does it come with? It comes with it also has the conversion beam extirpator. I don't know how to pronounce that, man. And the Gatling blaster. That's nice. Those are fun. And the turbo lasers. It also comes with turbo lasers. So maybe like I have another gun. I could give it another gun. I could give it a Sunfire thing or whatever, right? Or I could give it a claw. That could be fun. And then I'd have those top guns. Alternatively, the Volkite Destructor and Macro Gatling Blaster. That Titan comes with a. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That one comes with Volkite Destructor, Macro Gatling Blaster, and a Graviton Ruiner. Now the Macro Gatling Blaster and the Volkite Destructor is too weak for what it does. It's not good on a Warlord most of the time. The Macro Gatling Blaster, I love that gun. Hits on fours, has AP 4, and is a actually does it hit on a 4? It's AP 4. I think it hits on 3s, and it has rapid fire. Oh, it's not AP 4. It's AP 2. I think I was thinking of something else. Oh, you know what? I was thinking, yeah, I was. Okay. But 5 shots AP2, I mean, against another Titan, and it's rapid fire, so it gives you some good volume of shots. I think it's the best volume of fire weapon that you can get with some AP to it for a hand, for their arm, right? For a Warlord. The only other gun that has more volume of fire is the Power Claw, and that's light AT, so it doesn't do anything against vehicles, right? So I like the Macro Gatling Blaster because you can use it. It gives it good use against swarms of tanks, right? And I like the the other gun it has is the Graviton Ruinator. Now the Graviton Ruinator, I think you can use that against buildings. It's got yeah, you can use that against buildings. It's got 3 shots, so you could bring down a building. It's AP 3, and it rolls to hit based off armor class, right? So against a Titan, you'll probably against a Titan or a super heavy or something, right? Like, or even the Lehman Russ, you're probably getting that hit. You're probably getting your 3 hits, and they're brought down to a 5 to save, so that's good. But what I really need more Titans for is for Titan matches, and it's like, none of those guns are really great against Titans, so I'm kind of on the fence about, like, I don't have a immediate need for any of those new Titan weapons, but I do kind of want them. Hey, Fanny Pack, good seeing you. Momentum Hobbies is your new favorite hobby brand. For like brushes and paints, or do they have models too? You ordered the Quake cannon. Oh, nice. What kind of games? It depends on what kind of games you're playing, right? Like, I'm just not playing a lot of games where the games I'm playing right now, I kind of want more anti-Titan stuff with them. My Titan games are often against so many Titans that the games where I'm using Titans, I'm playing against a lot of Titans. So I need Titans that can take out Titans. Does that make sense? I had plenty of Titans that can take out other stuff. Brushes and paints, I'll have to check them out. But those heads do make it, they get into the heads. I kind of want them all. I just don't really have a strong need for any of them. Biggest stack of machine with 4-gallon blasters, yes. And like I want that bulkite to be good. I just don't think it is because it's a slow platform for it. Volkites want to be. I mean, you saw how my Volkite Warhound did in that last battle report. Volkites want to be mobile so that they can get the good shot. Oh, I just got a beautiful shot off with my Sinister though. The Sinister Atom Tenebrix gun, the heavy beam. I rolled very poorly after the fact, but yeah. Hey guys, if you're watching and you haven't already, do hit that thumbs up. It does help the channel. It does help me. It makes me feel good about myself. If you don't hit thumbs up, I'll think that my painting is bad. It is bad. Let's be clear, but I'll actually think that. What else was I gonna say? I feel like I had something else to say, but now I don't remember what it is. Sinister is your next project, maybe Christmas. The Sinister and the Marauder, Colossus, and Marauder Pathfinder that's 3 kits that have use of resin, and after that, the only kits left that are still in resin for Legions Imperialis is the Armigers, the warp missiles on top of a Reaver, and I don't know. I think that might be all of it. I don't think there's any other guns that are missing. Maybe there is. I could be wrong. And that brings us to the Reaver, though. So the Reaver comes with a Graviton Obliterator. Excuse me. And the Volkite Annihilator. It also comes with the Vulcan Mega Bolter top hat. Does it come with anything else? Conversion Beam Dissolutor. So it has Graviton Obliterator, Volkite Annihilator, and Conversion Beam Dissolutor. I don't know that I don't know about those combinations though. Could be fun. I don't have a strong need for any of them right now. So I'm gonna hold off on them for a little bit and take care of painting other stuff, and I'll come back to them. I'll probably end up with them. I just don't know how I'm gonna fit them out. Sinister was my Christmas project too. Last year, so 7 months ago. Very good project. Very happy with how mine came out. Not exactly how I envisioned it, but it worked. Again, because the journey in my painting is always garbage. It's the end result that ends up looking. It comes together in the end, and I'm hoping that that's what's going to happen with these guys. I have a plan. I have a plan for these, and I think it'll all come together. I think I want to paint it like this too. I might be ruining this brush. This might be the next brush on the list to get ruined. We got a bunch of people in here now. How's everybody doing today? Couple of people lurking in the shadows, not saying anything. Don't be shy. Say hello. Are you familiar with Legions Imperialis, or are you just watching me paint? What's going on? What's on your mind? I'm always looking to talk to more people. If you haven't already, I do have a Discord. Feel free to join that. We talk about all kinds of stuff. It's mostly talking about Legions Imperialis, but there's other hobbies in there. And if you want to talk about just painting stuff, I mean, I don't have any issue with that. I paint on this channel, so I guess people. I suppose there's people that want to watch just because of the painting and have no idea about the models. I could be wrong. And I think I'm at I'm at 941 subscribers now as of this morning. So big number for me. I've never had 941 people interested in what I do. Oh, wait. Okay. But they wouldn't have known. All right. So maybe once upon a time, but they wouldn't have known that it was me at all. So, yeah, exactly. The end result is all that matters. Everything else is trash up until that point. But I'll get to the end. It'll all look good. It'll be fine. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got so much more. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. I was about to say, this is going kind of quick. I'm doing so well. But then I realized I actually have a whole bunch more. Sometimes for me, I'm like, oh, this is garbage. Yeah, no, I get that way too. It's part of the process. Part of the journey is going through the garbage. It's not bad that it looks. It's not bad that the journey is bad. It's just how it is. Up until you put on the matte varnish, and then it's like, whew, yeah. No, I when I paint the tanks and stuff, I am frequently like, this is awful, and I don't want to do it. But like, I motivate myself through it because I know once I get like at a certain point, it starts just coming together. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is sometimes. I don't know that that's everyone's experience. I don't know if there's I don't want to say like, well, this is what everyone deals with. It's what I deal with. It's how it goes for me. So you just work through each problem. It's like looking at the house and saying it needs to be cleaned. The house needs to be cleaned, right? In the beginning, everything is filthy and nothing is done, and you still have the entire house to clean. But it doesn't matter. When you get to the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that everything else was that it looked bad during, as long as it looks good at the end. And if it doesn't look good at the end, then it's not the end. You're just not done yet. Or it was a learning experience. You have to fail to learn. And sometimes when you're painting as you're working your way towards the finished project, you're just failing a whole bunch. I failed multiple times throughout this. And I don't know what I did wrong and what I did right. Like this one looks good. I like it like this. That one not as good. I don't think this one was bad. There's others that are much worse. I don't know if you haven't been here the entire time, and I don't know how well you can see it from up there. The lights are on it very specifically. Like it may not look what you guys are seeing. May doesn't look as good or as bad as I have it, as it actually is. Always watching me paint when you work. I appreciate that. And all it does is make me want to paint and stop working. Oh well, but if you stop working, then you won't be able to watch me paint anymore. So hmm. So did I finish? No, I did not. I just picked it up and said, "Yep, that's good. That's good. I can tell." There was a guy once that wanted me to paint his army, wanted to commission me to paint his army, like 100+ dudes or something, right? And he was like, "Oh yeah, and I'll pay you like $60." I was like, "Dude, what? No, I'm not. I can't paint your army. I can't paint 100 models for $60." Like, and he was trying to be like, "Yeah, and no, but it works because there's so many of them that as you go, you'll start to get better at painting them, so you'll go even faster." I was like, "Dude, I don't think that's ever gonna make it so that $60 is equal to 100 model. Like that's less than a model per dude. Like I don't I don't think I don't that math doesn't math up. That math doesn't add up. That's not it. That doesn't work. How much would I paint of 100 models? How much would you paint for $60? I'll paint the shoulder pads. You prime them. I'll paint the shoulder pads blue or something. Give me a color, but it can't be like yellow where I gotta paint it multiple colors. Like I will paint ultramarine blue on the shoulder pads for $100. That's cool. I can watch the live stream every 2 weeks when you work. Oh, that's awesome. So every other week you can't watch it. Hey, oh man, I'm gonna mess this up again. Franco. 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 I think it's Franco. Salute to you as well. Did you guys know that? I sent that message to my boss one day. He said something about like, "Hey man, I need you in at this time." And I sent him the 07, and he was like, "What the hell is this?" It's like, God, you're supposed to be the same age as me. How do you not know what that means? Well, Blue Dawn's on the fall tunes for 100. No, it wasn't even $100. It was 100 models, and he wanted me to paint them for $60. Francois? Okay. If you had told me that before, I apologize for forgetting. I do have a documented memory loss issue, so the doctors will tell you. I just ruined this one. It'll be fun. It'll buff. No, it wasn't $100. It was 100 models, and he wanted to pay me like $60 or something. It was some number under 100. I want to say they were Space Wolves. But he wasn't painting them as Space Wolves. Does that make sense? It was like his own chapter, and oh, you've never seen it? Yeah, 07. It's a salute. It's a imagine the salute. Although a salute would be like this, but the 7 salute is like this. I think it's from. I think it originates from Counter Strike. I think people in Counter Strike would do that. It's the cost of the model at minimum for commissions. Well, for a good commission, he wanted me to. I think he wanted me to paint them good too. But his logic when I pointed it out to him, his logic was that his logic was because there were so many models, I would get better as I painted them, so that by the time I was finished, I would be painting them really efficiently. So because there was so much, see, this is where I messed up really bad. Like, can you see that? That's really, but it's not even awful. I don't even think even that's not awful, right? It's just like toxic sludge or something, right? I might be ruining these by doing this to it, so I'm going to be a little bit lighter with it. See what happens. Water really filled in that area there. Yeah, so he was trying to have me. Like, I don't even want to try to say that this guy was my friend at this point. Like, I didn't, he tried pressuring me into painting his army for him. To the point where he's like, yeah, I don't think it's fair to say that he was my friend. I don't think friends do that. Because, like, I said, no, that's not enough. And then instead of just dropping it, he was like, no. You'll be painting so many models that by the time you get to the end, thank you. The Sandlot does look good. It doesn't look the way I expected it to. I think that's really what's beating me up. Is it doesn't look the way I expected it to look, but it's fine, and it'll look better. It'll buff. I have done one commission ever in my life, and it was for somebody wanted me to do their Triumph of Saint Catherine. Triumph of Saint Catherine? Triumph of Saint. I don't remember. And I hadn't painted my own Sisters of Battle yet, but I wanted to. So I took this commission on, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. He was like, hey, he was on Discord, and he was like, hey, I need somebody to, I didn't have this model painted in time for this game, and for this tournament, I just need it done, right? I'll give somebody $40 to just finish it. Just do it. Just make it basic. And I was like, bro, I'll do it, but I don't do basic. So I went all out on this thing. I don't have pictures of it. Yeah, I was pretty much painting it the way the box looks. And by that I mean, like, oh, this part here is supposed to be white. I painted it white. I painted it my white, not their white. This part here is supposed to be black. I painted it my black, not their black. But I did it how I would do something in those colors, and I had everything done ish. Like I still had like some more details to do, but like I had it good enough. I had everything good enough for the tournament, right? Because you had to this tournament, you had to have everything painted to a certain extent. So I had it, everything needed to be painted and it needed to be like 3 colors or whatever. So I had that done, but parts of it were much better looking than the rest of it. And I was like, hey man, when you finish the tournament, come back, I'll finish the rest of it. And he was like, oh yeah. And he gave me the money and he gave me more money because I had done such a good job. And I feel kind of bad about it because like by painting it better than he wanted it to, I kind of feel like it's kind of like you go to the car mechanic and like, oh, you didn't want me to give you all new tires, but I gave you all new tires. Oh, well, I guess I gotta pay you more. But he had the choice. I didn't make him pay me more. So I guess I shouldn't feel bad. But so he ended up like, I think he was originally going to give me $40. He gave me 60 when he picked it up, and then he gave me another 20 when I finished it. So, but he loved it. I just didn't know how to like only do basic for a commission. So if you've never seen any of my models before and you're watching this and you're thinking there's no way somebody paid you $80 for a model because this looks bad, the large spaces of this make it really complicated to paint. I would consider trying to do like commission work uh, for a living or whatever, but like I don't know that I can paint that much, that often, that frequently to have a sustainable life, And I don't think I could do it frequently, casually, either, like because people would want like much larger army. That guy's single large model. That took me a while. That took me a couple of weeks, which is why he had to come back for it. But yeah, airbrush, yeah. But then I need to buy like an airbrush just to paint these things. Airbrush probably would have fixed my issue with the uh, with the wash not going where I wanted it to. Also, I think I would need to airbrush outside, and it's too hot and humid outside right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oops. Nothing can beat the randomness of brush on though. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I I've bought a I bought a Thunderhawk, a 40K Thunderhawk, full scale Thunderhawk. Um, and it was I had it commissioned, um, and I didn't. He airbrushed it, and I didn't like that it was airbrushed. This was years ago, and something about the way it was airbrushed, or maybe it's just the fact it was airbrushed. It really it really stuck out and was noticeable. And I felt like the amount of money I paid the guy, like I shouldn't be seeing. It had like a, I think it was like a dusty appearance to it or something. Like there was something about it where it was like, I really didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I really wish I had painted the thing myself. Um, Aside from the time it probably would take to do that, yeah, exactly. It felt low quality because of airbrush. It makes me my internal my brain is associating airbrush with cheap low quality for exactly what you say there. I'm pointing at your words as though you can see me pointing at it. A lot of commission painters use airbrush to quickly finish jobs. Quickly finishing is less quality, right? You can get something good, fast, or cheap. Good, fast, and cheap. You can have two of those things. You can't have three, right? I didn't ask for fast. I would have rather had cheap and good. I didn't get cheap and good. I got fast and cheap. I didn't even get cheap. I got fast, right? Like I don't like it. So I associate airbrush as not great. Um, I could see how using airbrushes for parts of the job would be fine, but like my brain just won't. One of those things. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want to. I don't want to airbrush just because of that. Um, they do the standard like base layer and highlight. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad. I think brushed models look cartoony. You don't like 99% of airbrush models. Exactly like I gotta scroll up and start saying it right. Francois. Okay. Um exactly like Francois, there is this recipe they use that makes it look like that. So cartoony and lame and lazy to be honest. Yeah, no, it is lazy. And yeah, I don't want to hate on anybody doing that, but like it's not for me, right? And sometimes you get people that'll be like, "Oh, you should do that. Just do that. Just do it this way. Do it that way. Do do this thing." I was like, "Dude, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that way. I don't want to hate on you for doing it that way, but like at the same time, I guess I kind of sometimes I periodically hate on the product that is obtained through doing it that way. So I guess I'm hating on it? I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I don't want to be mean, but then like demanding that I do it that way is kind of doing the opposite. Would it save me time? Yes, possibly. It would cost me money, and it wouldn't save me time because I'd have to learn this whole new skill of how to use that. Which once I learn could save me time. You know, eventually I would save time doing it, but I'd also have to keep it clean. And well, let's be honest, I abuse the hell out of my brushes. I do not have good clean brush. Like I would end up ruining the airbrush because I don't take good enough care of my brushes. And I try to. I just mess like that one time you forget to go do something. Even now, me sitting here talking, I'm ruining this brush by waiting. So yeah, you do a combo, best tool for the job. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it would be a great tool for me to have, and if I did a combo, it would be fantastic. It's just it's a block in my brain. I can't do it. I'm suffering through this, knowing that there's a quicker way, and that I could prevent this suffering to some extent. But you know what? I guess I'd just rather suffer. What color is this? This color here is Screaming Skull. Try to Screaming Skull by Warhammer. If you're wondering why I have that two marker sharpie in there, that's because there's two. I've got two agitator balls in there. So one day I will probably forget that they're in there. That paint will be dried up, and I'll be like, I do not want to throw away those agitator balls. So yeah, I want it that way. Tell me why. I never want to hear you say. Cradle is missing out on this. I don't know where she went. How you doing today? Unlikely Winter. Unlikely Winter. Yep, that's the name. Who was in here? Who was in here? Everybody, sound off. I got Francois. I got Fanny Pack. I got Roy, Toby. I know David's lurking, but probably not saying anything. Is Legio Mortis still in here? And then there's a few of you that are newcomers that they're not newcomers. There's a few of you that hadn't said anything. You're good, just doing some organizing and cleaning. Yup. I've been doing some cleaning myself. Although that might have been a few days ago. Oh. I bought some more of the shelves behind me. That's why that one's now taller. It used to stop here. It used to stop at this layer. So I bought more shelves. I had more room for stuff, but at the same time, I kind of spaced things out and reorganized. I need to reorganize them again, though. I kind of like started to reorganize it, but I need to kind of finish that process and solidify how I want it. But maybe not. Maybe not completely solidify, you know. Took inventory of your Warhammer pile before you hit it. 9 totes full, and you stopped buying 2 years ago. Ooh. Is that your Warhammer, your pile of Warhammer that is unpainted? Or is that just all of it? I feel like the implication there is that that is your unopened. Yeah, okay. That's a lot of stuff. I have. How much is a tote? How much? What are we talking? We're talking about like that, like a 2x3 tote. You just pulled some Orc Grot artillery off the shelf that you have not used since templates disappeared back in 7th edition. So much dust. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of dust. And then Frontline Gaming has 8x4 playmats finally. Nice. I think if I had an 8x4 playmat, I would have to play on the floor. My table is 6x4. Yeah, I would be playing on the floor at that point. Orc Grot artillery is yeah, I've seen. Were they that bad in recent editions? Whole seasons of Kill Team, Warcry, Necromunda sets, and all the Underworlds. I have a couple of the Kill Teams. I have some of the Kill Team scenery. I have some of it. It's behind me too. I have Gallo Fall is over there. I've got the other stuff, Hive Storm. I need to do that. When I finish with this, I think I'm gonna start doing Kill Team stuff. When I eventually, it's probably gonna be a while. But I think I want to start like maybe I'll paint up a little bit I'm gonna get Star and Zilla to do their kill teams, and then maybe we can play some kill team too. You know, mix in some kill team and some Legions Imperialis stuff. Um, it might be a while before we do that. Because I bought Zilla a combat patrol like 2 years ago, and he started working on it, and then he just never. I don't know. I think he likes to. I think he doesn't like to ask me to do things, and I have to like. I think I need to bring it up with him for him to want to do anything with it. Because when I ask him, like, "Hey, do you want this?" Yeah, yeah, I want that. That's mine. Don't take it away from me. But like, he won't. And I don't think he wants to do it on his own. I think he wants me to do it with him. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do to get him to paint it is do that. Three more of these tiles to go, and then oh no, six more. Six more. Whoops. And then I've got yeah, Zilla's my oldest. I feel like I recognize your name, but maybe I don't. Are you new here, or have you seen my videos and battle reports? Have him over for a day of painting and chicken wings. Yeah. Chicken wings sounds good. Well, he needs to build them first. He needs to build them, and then we can prime them. Core memory, man. I've been here before. Okay. Yeah. So Zilla's he's about 11. Well, he is 11. He's 11 and a half. He'll be 11 and a half in 10 days. And he is into all of the big robots and alien stuff, you know, Halo, Pacific Rim, Battleship. The movie, not the game. No, he's played that game too. Yeah. And bro, you brought all these dope. You bought all these dope models and they're really expensive. You gotta get them painted, man. Yeah. 8x4 is just a piece of plywood. I could put a piece. No, it won't fit in my room. No, it would. It would. I guess I could get a piece of plywood and then sit that over the table, and then we play on that. It would come like 2 feet this way, and then we wouldn't be able to get around it. This is a very cramped room that I'm in, but I'm looking to have it. I want to have it increase. I want to get a bigger room to play in, but we'll see how that goes. And thank you to everyone that's been hitting those thumbs up and for all your comments and conversation. It makes it a lot. The beginning of this video is very quiet with me not having anything to say. Is this video getting ready to end? It is a little bit. Let's see. What else we got here? Let's do this one. There we go. Cool. 8x4 is a tall order for many rooms, but it's the true table size. What do you mean it's the true table size? Like, for wargaming or just in general? Oh, I don't want music that's making words. Let's do this one instead. There we go. There we go. All right, back to this. Yeah. So and then Star, she's got a bunch of Tyranids now. So I had a chance to get a bunch of Tyranids that were already primed and painted, and they were like $20 for a little swarm on consignment. And I waited, and I shouldn't have, and now they're gone. Second edition 5e, second edition through 5th edition, 40k was played on 8x4. It only shrank for the benefit of tournament organizers. What? Does this section have any texture? So, yeah, there's a little bit of texture, right? There's these lines here and here, right? And there's this, but this is all smooth. This is obviously textured in this, right? Like, you can kind of see it there, yeah. But yeah. So otherwise, mostly smooth. Yeah, I kind of messed things up with the and that's sticky now. That's gonna be sticky forever. With how I did this. I did not achieve flagstone. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I guess a deserty look. I wanted it to kind of look like this guy, I guess. Let's see here. I wanted to kind of go for his khakis, I guess. I thought that would look better. I thought that would look better than just having, road, sidewalk. I wanted this to look different from the sidewalk. I didn't want it to just be the same. Yeah, it's cool. It's not the way I was expecting it. I think it'll still be fine. And once I finish the last two pieces to this, I'm going to sponge on a slightly brighter color and then a little bit of white. And then I'm going to put here and there where I've got these parts that I don't like so much. I'll put some explosion, a little bit of not explosion, but I'll put a little bit of I'm going to try to make it look like it was like there was a blast there, right? A little bit of smoke to it. Lick a clean brush and blend it. Yeah. Never tried tiles before. This is my second time doing tiles. I did the 40K a while back, had those Realm of Battle tiles. And they had the mountains and they had the city street tiles. And I painted those. I painted the city street. I did that. And very different because it's a 2x2 tile, first of all. And so the street is like that big. And you get some T sections. You get 3 T sections and 3 straight lines, and that's straight sections, and that's all you have. But like this stuff over here, so you got like almost a foot of you got your street, you got your sidewalk. It looks just like this, right? And then you have about a foot almost of this. I'm calling it flagstone. They're decorated though. They've got stuff going on with them. They're not smooth like this. Like none of it is smooth. This is entirely smooth. None of it's smooth. If I was gonna tackle this, I'd use 3 or 4 pigment powders with some liquid, but not sure it would work. Yeah, I've never done pigment powders. I'd be interested in trying them out. I just haven't yet. This might be a good place to do them. I just don't know how they would look. Yeah, the smoothness. It's because I was when I was doing the wash. This is you can see these lines. How like if I go like that, right? See that? That's really thick. Oops. I didn't want it quite that bad. But you see how like it's streaky? That's what I was getting with the wash. So I had to add a lot of water and that to help smooth it around and kind of move it around, and that caused it to go in very, very interesting patterns and everything, very interesting shapes and stuff. But yeah. Well, I might have ruined it then. David, welcome back. Just been chatting about some stuff. I've been painting it. So let me see. Maybe I can zoom that in. I mean, that's how it looks now. That's how those pools look. Do you still like that? I feel like I might have. I might have ruined that. Might have ruined those pools. It's an oil spill. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. It's just not really what I wanted. It's not quite what I want. Put a destroyed tank there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have all kinds of stuff going on. I'm gonna have all kinds of destroyed stuff. Oops. Keep same with that. Oops, saliva is magic, bro. No, too late. What caused it? Oil spill would work well. Destroyed vehicle would also be cool. What caused me to have the wash everywhere? The wash looked like that. I think it's because of I put a lot of wash down and then I tried smearing it around, and because of how flat and smooth it is, it kind of just pooled wherever it would. So that's probably roughly where I had moved my brush, and it kind of just collected that way. It's a clean brush. It's totally not too late. This brush is not clean at all. In fact, I need to clean it. I haven't been cleaning it because then it would be wet. And if it's wet, it's not going to dry brush the way I want it to. Like there's so much water, there's so much paint there that it's actually created a raised area there. You have another brush? I have another brush. It's just this isn't water. This is completely paint. There's no water to this paint. so it's pretty dry by that point. It'll look fine in the end. It doesn't matter. I say oops because it's not what I wanted, but it's not bad. I say oops because I didn't mean to do that, but it's not bad. Oop, I'm done with this one. 5 more of these, and then I got the 4 plazas to do. A happy little accident. That is longer than I've been doing it. I have a clean brush. Well, it's just it's very. The paint is very like it's on there by the time. Oh well, okay. Bad example. Bad example. Dang, you was trying to say that. Oh. Like that. I mean, okay, yeah. I think white works well. They're coming out nicely. Oh, this isn't white. This is a Screaming Skull. So it's a tan color. And there's going to be a bit of white to it, not quite as much. Still a lot more active paint than you realize. Just the smallest moisture will allow you to blend it out with those brush strokes and glaze over the deeper wash pools. Yeah, I think if I need to be getting it with a wet brush, then maybe I could fix it. I thought you meant like a dry brush and stuff, but I still have to be pretty quick about it. Even better. Yeah. So there's gonna be a little bit of sponging of this color, which is very nearly white. It looks white to you. I promise it's not. And then I will just a little bit of white. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it looks at that point. And then this will be darker. This road will be darker. I need to do a little bit of work on this, on the sidewalks, and then there's the metal sections. You know, like that'll be metal. That'll be metal. There's a whole bunch. There's so much metal that needs to go onto this stuff. I was gonna paint all the metal before I did the wash, and I realized, I'm probably gonna dry brush over all that metal, so I probably should just not even worry about it. No, not wet, just lick the brush. Water will make it pool. Oh, okay. Water will make it pool weird like the wash did. Saliva is the magic. Has a different viscosity. So what I should have done is instead of adding water to it, I should have been spitting all over it. Those will be metal. So much work to do on these things still. So it's good. It's good that I got nothing else I can paint anyway. It's good that I have these to paint in this high humidity temperature. Ah, that smeared it a whole bunch. All right, that's not what I wanted. I do both. I eat paint. Yeah. I don't know where Crayola went. We're planning on going somewhere today, but I'm gonna wait until she's ready before I end the live stream and everything. So she probably doesn't know that. Best thing about oil washes are being able to fix mistakes. I think from 3 feet away, when I'm playing the game, it'll look even better. The tiles are extremely boring to paint. It feels like a lot of work for very little return. When they're done, they look great. Yes, that is exactly how I feel. Extremely boring. If I didn't have you guys here, this would be awful. They look great when I set them down there. When they're in the shade and they don't have the light all over them. You're basically doing my Deathwing recipe right now. I sprayed almond, Agrax wash, dry brush, Ushabti bone. Ushabti bone is actually something I have that I thought, oh, I could have done this too, but I didn't. Where is it? I think it's over there. I have heard and seen some great things about oil washes, but they are new and scary, so I don't use them. I didn't know they were new. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. We've come a long way from the days of painting our bases goblin green. 10,000 points of Deathwing. Good lord. That is a lot of points of Deathwing. I have almost 10,000 points of Solar Auxiliary and Titan support. I actually don't have a lot of Solar Auxiliary. It's the Titans that make up the. I think I have just over 3,000 points of Titans. I might be at like 4,000 points of Titans. I don't know. I'm somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 points of Titans. And then maybe 5,000 points of Solar Auxiliary. You know, I have a way to determine this. Let's see. What do I have? Okay, so I have 5,110 points of Solar Auxiliary, 3,775 points of Titan support. So you can stay in the fumes. You do it in your Grimdark Eldar. Nothing to be scared of. Just get some good mineral spirits like Gamsol. It's a lot of practice doing exactly what you're painting right now. Yeah. Not how I wanted that to look. It turned out all right. See, that just smeared all over the place. Actually, that looks pretty good. That worked. I only had to lick a little bit of paint. I am 59 subscribers away from 1,000. I say that knowing that you guys have probably most likely already subscribed. I'm assuming everybody in here has. So I'm thinking 2 more months. I think in 2 more months I'll reach 1,000. Oh, geez, man, I've been doing this for. Okay, so I started making videos just before the game came out, right? But here's the thing. I made a few videos and then I stopped because I didn't know how to do the thumbnails. Oh, so 2 years ago. Well, it says 2 years ago, but it's probably a little over 2 years ago. So I made like 4 videos and then I didn't do anything for a while. I didn't do anything for like 6 months because I wanted to have models painted for the videos. So my thumbnails are typically my thumbnails are painted models, right? So I didn't start doing anything again until they came out with the battle group boxes. And then I reviewed those, and that's a really long video that probably, not my best work, obviously. And then I started doing the videos of. So there was a really long pause. So I think the game's almost 3 years old. So my first video is almost 3 years old. And then I had cancer last year, so I didn't make any videos for several months. And then I didn't make videos for several months, and that slows you down too, right? They want to see you keep making new videos. So so that put a delay in things because I spent like 5 months not making anything because my brain was fried and everything. So probably would have been better. Probably would have been better, quicker, faster if I just kept doing stuff. But I didn't want to. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do thumbnails without having painted models. I still don't know how to do thumbnails without having painted models. And it took me a little bit to paint them up and stuff. So I wanted to have something. I don't know. And then I started doing the battle reports at some point. And trying out newish from Pro Acryl, and it's about the same. You can use your acrylic paints. You can pin it down like oil paints. 2 more months until the hot tub stream. I don't know about that. Did I say that I was did we say there was gonna be a hot tub stream after we hit 1,000 subs? Was that the deal? I'll have to talk to Crayola about that. Niche is great. Your hot tub streaming is good for cancer recovery. Oh, well, I mean, if it's good for cancer recovery, then yeah. I did not. Do I need to? Twitch likes hot tub streams. Do I need to start a Twitch? Is that what's holding me back from 1,000 subs? Is that I don't have Twitch or a hot tub stream? No. Everyone says no. No, you could dual stream, but that gets complicated. Oh, is the nose towards Twitch, or is the nose towards the hot tub, or is the nose towards both? You guys might have just talked yourselves out of the hot tub stream. Yes, hot tub, no Twitch. Okay. No, just do your thing, man, and people will find you. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, there's like a year-long gap of me not doing my thing. 1 year, 6 months in the beginning and 6 months in the middle-ish. where I didn't do anything, and that slows you down. That slows it down. The live streams I feel like have been beneficial, and live streams have been beneficial. I stopped doing the gray penance videos because they didn't seem to get very much. They weren't getting a lot of views, but they also weren't getting a lot of like nobody was commenting on it and stuff. And so I stopped doing that, and now I kind of really just do the battle reports, the painting live streams. I'm trying to do more painting videos, but those are harder. Those take a while to edit and everything, and then I kind of just lose the attention to them. So instead, we live stream. Instead, we live stream the painting. Not sure how well your armies could survive in a hot tub. Logistics of the battle report would be challenging. Well, it would be a the hot tub stream would be a faction review, yeah. Hot tub filled with Nolan oil. Oh God. Hot tub paint stream. Yeah. I think I drop my models off frequently enough that a hot tub painting stream would be a bad idea. Filled with Nolan oil probably isn't safe. Yeah, that's how you get cancer. That's how I got cancer the first time. Playing from the hot tub is likely too hard, but painting, that's doable. I could probably paint from a hot tub. I could paint from my couch. I just would be worried that, well, water would get everywhere. I don't know about the heat. And then I don't know about the heat while painting. But they make floating TV trays for eating. It'll be an unboxing. I feel like Twitch is better for live streams, but I like YouTube more, so I don't use it. Yeah, I don't use Twitch. I don't have Twitch. I don't even know what goes on with Twitch. But I don't know. I know people use it, so it's like, am I supposed to be doing it? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think those big videos that the videos that like a lot of people are watching, I think those might be on Twitch, but like I really don't care enough to. I'm not trying to chase fame like that. Like, I'm not going to make so much effort into something just to try to get like, well, this is what everyone does. So I'm just trying to carry on the conversation. Tiles driving me insane. Yeah, I mean the tiles are driving me insane. Also, I haven't eaten all day. Getting ready to go to going out to a restaurant that serves a lot of food. So. Music pairs well with my angry dry brushing. Maybe I'm angry dry brushing because of the music. You guys mean to tell me that you don't dry brush angry? I thought this was the only way to do it. Sometimes. I got 2 more of these tiles. I got 2 more of this after this one. So including this one is 3. And then I've got the 4 plaza tiles. So we're making great progress. How many tiles do I have to do? Oh, yeah. So there's 22 tiles total. 4 of them, 6 of them are this, 6 of them are the T intersection, and 6 of them are the 4-way intersection. And 4 of them are the plazas. The plazas probably have the most surface area in this color. And by probably, I mean 100% definitely. Absolutely. Holy shit, indeed. Yeah, it's 3 boxes of this and 2 boxes of plaza tiles. It's too many. It's too many. I've said it a few times. This is not a necessary purchase to play the game. It's a purchase I made, and for that reason, I must paint it. But you do not need to do this to play this game. Life is better when you do everything angrier, except eating. Angry eating isn't enjoyable. No, it's not. You might be right about everything else. They do look cool. It's why I got them. I like playing on them more than I like playing on the playmat. But I don't have to paint the playmat. There's too much water. So I had an idea that I could take these mats, right? Take these tiles, and I set them up. I put stuff on them, right? I set them up, and then at the end of a turn or 2, right? Maybe it's 2 turns. I push the tiles down. I take the far right. I take the far right side of tiles. I push the tiles down. I put these back at the front, and I create a game where one player has to continue moving towards this. Maybe it works better here. So you get some models, right? You get some guys, right? And their goal is to go that way. And at the end of the turn, they go up, right? And at the end of the turn, we take this section away, we slide everything down, this section goes up here, so they're still at the end of the table, and they have to keep going this way to not fall off the edge of the table, right? And there's like an objective, the objective. So you know that driving game that's like, you get a little device and it's a battery and it's basically a treadmill, and you get the car that goes back and forth and stuff's on the road and you have to avoid it, and it's a treadmill though, right? And it just keeps coming back this way, and you have to navigate through everything, but it's just, all it is everything keeps coming this way, and in 10 seconds you're going to be back at this. It's just a loop. What about that as like a game? Or a game setting or something, like a game mode. I thought that'd be kind of cool. Ooh, very nice.
This outfit, or should I change it?
Well, let's see what the other outfit is. We've got time. Go ahead and change. You're not going to take an hour to change. It gives me time to finish this board. All right. Your ideas intrigue me, and I would like to subscribe to your newsletter. That's better. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I've been looking into Drop Fleet Commander, but I don't think I'll get anyone to play that. And man, getting people to play this is hard too. I don't think anybody plays Drop Fleet Commander in the store I go to an hour away. Cool looking toys, yeah. Dorkamorka had rules for exactly what you're describing. Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, I like the idea. We're gonna try that. I came up with this idea one night while I was having a fever dream of chemo. Foxhole Games, welcome back. You can find my newsletter here. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Foxhole Games is Francois. Um, dude, it's weird. When I go to your channel, it says that you didn't. It says you don't have any videos up, but then I have to like go to your playlist or something. I don't know what that's about. I don't want that. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, yeah. So there's no. Okay, I see now. Now I understand why it was saying that. Because I've been wondering if I need to put my. I made some playlists for my channel, and I was like, oh, all the battle reports go here. Well, a weird thing happened. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up. Weird thing happened, and I was told I tried to go into the playlist for the battle reports, and it was gone. It was like I could click on it, but it was like this doesn't exist. We can't take you to that site because it doesn't exist. So I deleted it, and now there's only one battle in the battle report playlist. I need to make more, but I'm wondering, like, I might need to change how I might need to, like, I don't know how important a playlist actually is, but I'm wondering if I need to, like, tidy those up or something, or like reorganize them, reformat them. I don't really know. I might need like a specific. Oh, thank you both. I might need like I might make like a specific playlist for like the current battle report we're doing, where it's the 3-parter, where it's a 3-game. Like maybe I'll make that into a playlist, the battle for pendants, and it's just those 3 games. Uh, I don't know. And then, but then also have it in the battle report playlist. Yeah, it's nice for parts of something too. Okay, I like them for big catalogs or lore videos. Right now, I have the painting with crown playlist, and that's just anytime I'm painting. And I think I have a playlist that just says Legions Imperialis, but maybe I should put any. I don't know. This music does feel like the kind of music that would play when I'm frantically like throwing paint at something and trying to get that masterpiece or something. So, Crown, tell us, how did you get carpal tunnel so bad in your wrists? Let me. The cartilage is just completely gone. James! You're late. Not painting, that's... How you doing, James? Where's, Not playing enough Helldivers too. Yeah, I need to play more Helldivers too. You know, what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a... I need to get another monitor. And I'll have two monitors. And I will... I'll have two monitors, and then I can have the live stream up so I can read everybody's comments and stuff. I have it now where if I'm playing a video game, you could see me playing the video game. So I might end up live streaming some games. Would anybody be interested in that? Gonna be here a while. I gotta run an errand. No, I'm probably gonna be getting off here. I mean, in a while. Probably not gonna be a huge amount longer. This is the last tile before I got the plazas. Someday you'll get your channel out. Heck yeah! What games you play? Well, I have a There's a nice little side scroller I have called Barotrauma, in which you are a submarine. You are not a submarine. You are a crew member on a submarine, and you plus other crew members on the submarine make the submarine function. And in that game, I spent about 24 hours making a Thunderhawk gunship replica. So I would like to play that some more. But the NPCs, the robots, stink. Dark Tide, I have that, and I have Helldivers, and I have Barotrauma might be a game for you. You don't get to be a submarine; you get to be a member of a submarine. In September, I will play Dawn of War 4. Yep, and I have Space Marine 2, but my computer doesn't run it very well. I found this out because during the tutorial, at the end of the tutorial, it said, "Get ready, here they come." And I heard the sound of all the Tyranids coming after me. And I started to think like, okay, where are they coming from? And I was looking around, I was up on this wall, and I was like, I don't see them. How far away? Like, this is really suspenseful. Where are they coming from? And a while went by. And then I started getting hit. And it was at that moment that I realized my computer was doing such a bad job trying to keep up with this game that it gave up on trying to render the Tyranids, so they were all invisible. And I was just getting absolutely, like, that whole, like, fend them off sequence didn't get to happen for me because I couldn't see them. So I was just trying to dodge invisible people after like 2 minutes of waiting. And but yeah, so I might need a better computer too. Make 40k ships on there. Yeah, we should play Space Engineers. Ooh, I've never played that. You tried once and made Space Marine Cruiser. That sounds fun. I'd love to see it. You have Rogue Traders waiting to be played. Thinking you want to paint. Thinking what I want to paint at the same time. Helldivers is good. Probably do Helldivers and Dark Tide are, two obvious answers. I haven't played Dark Tide in a minute. They changed Dark Tide from the beginning. When the Dark Tide came out, it was a very different game than it is now. Like they added the ladder tree and stuff, and I don't I feel like I need to know a lot about the game. I feel like I need to like study the game now to play it because I need to like know how to. Oh, you need to take this tree because this is you need to take this path on the tree so that you have these abilities and you get to that 54% toughness or something. Like I don't know, like it's the content's nice and everything, but like the tree, I didn't need a complex tree system, talent tree. I just needed to swing a chainsaw to people. Yeah, I'll take your help. Yeah. Trying to remember what I named my character. Dark Tide gets you heard going too fast. Heart. Like I can play one round and have to chill. Get your heart going too fast. Okay, okay. I'm trying to say like, what are you trying to say, man? Got a game you might like. Oh, remember when I go back inside? Oh, you got a game I might like. I do Dark Tide live every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. East Pacific, and Sunday during the day. Mini painting killed video games for me for the most part. Yeah, yeah. I don't get to play a lot of video games because I'm always painting. I also do. Well, nope, maybe. Oh, I hear another storm coming in. I also do. I also do D&D. I host a D&D game on Thursdays, and somebody was asking me if I was going to stream that, but I don't know if it's. Oh, James was asking me if I was going to do that. All right, Toby, good seeing you. Thanks for coming by and watching. I'll see you next time. I'll try to have the battle report up. 07. I'll try to have the battle report up Thursday, but it might be late. It might be late. Um, our goal is honestly to finish the next two games. See you later, Fanny. Stream our chaos. Yeah, James wants me to stream our chaos. I don't know if it's a good idea. We hit some dark topics on that. Um, it's also technically somebody else's concept to someone else's thing. You got to run this errand. You'll leave the stream going for the doggos, but hopefully you're still going when I get back. As soon as Crayola is done getting changed, I'm probably gonna be logging out. But I'll be on until then. Be on until then. Probably not long enough to finish these, but these are big. Look at the size of this one. I at least need to finish one of these on stream so that people can see it because anything I don't do in the stream today is probably going to get done in the next one. I do like that. I like that one. Huh? Okay, we can go. You done? Accessorizing everything. I like that one. Yeah. Now this is a tile. Yeah, you call that a tile. This is a tile. See, I waited just a little bit, and now it's too much. Painting Nightbringer. Should I fade him from dark purple, royal purple, faded plum? Faded plum. I would go from dark to light. I've seen someone say that they recommend painting from light to dark, and that's what you're. Yeah, for some colors, that's what you're supposed to do. Oh man, I don't know why I thought that was wrong. Um, but I always no, because I always do the highlights. I I always layer from dark to bright. Am I crazy? Yeah, I would say go from dark to light. Getting someone else to paint them is the real technique. Yeah, that's the way. That's yeah, the forbidden painting technique. Dark to light and then shade it always goes both ways. What do you mean it always goes both ways? Oh, I have to be much more careful. I knew that was going to happen.
All right, how's this?
Very nice.
You like the bow? The bow?
I do.
To tie in?
Huh? Yes. Very nice. Very nice. You need a bow that goes around the waist.
I can take this out.
No. Don't get rid of them. Okay, I actually like these better. Um, this section sucks, but like the ramps and everything, the ramps and the stairs, those are nice. Makes the best, smoothest ingredients for time invested. Darkest color, glaze it darker, then dry brush that base color. Then start highlights, tone it down again with wash, then final highlight. Yeah, and shade after painting up volumes. Yeah, or most of it. I typically dry brush. Like I'm thinking Space Marines, right? When I do Space Marines, I typically get it to the base color, wash it, dry brush on the lighter colors. When I do Sisters of Battle for the cloaks, I don't dry. I layer paint everything. I don't do any dry brushing for the cloaks, except for if I'm doing the cloak black, because my cloaks for my Sisters of Battle are yellow on the outside, black on the inside, but then the elites, the veterans and stuff, they have it inversed. But I don't do any dry brushing with them, so it's just layer paints. You have to go. All right. Thanks for hanging out, David. I realize it's like 10:30 for you. Licking clean brush, you can blend that dark full edge. This edge? Which edge? This edge? I don't think I can. I don't think I can blend this, dude. I think this is done. This is from yesterday. This is Francois. This is from yesterday, man. Or are you saying if I lick? I might not be understanding what you're saying. Just make a fresh cup. Still dusting. Still here. Just make a fresh cup. All right. Roy's still here. You know, there's everyone. We still have the same numbers. We still have the same numbers, so I'm thinking there's new people in here now. Which is good. It's good. Okay. Lick. All right. So if I lick this brush, and then I do this, is this what you're saying? This is a clean brush, right? No, that didn't work. That immediately didn't work. I thought you were talking about for what I'm doing currently. I was wrong. Yep. Yep. Laugh at my mistake. I told you guys that was funny. Oh, that looks bad. All right. All right. We're almost. You look amazing.
Okay, where's my hairband?
Huh?
Can't put my hairband.
I don't know. Was it in here?
It was. I was going earlier.
All right. Well, guys, it is time for me to get going. You had one earlier. Dropped the mini, broke the tip of the barrel off, spent a while on your hands and knees looking at the tiny, tiny barrel. Oh my goodness. That's awful. All right, guys. It has been a lovely 3 hours with you all. I appreciate everybody sticking around and being here for so long, and all the comments and the thumbs up. Appreciate it. I will see you all next time. See you all next week, hopefully. Same time, same Eagle time, same Eagle channel. And until next time, this has been Eagle Spire Gaming. Thanks for flying by.